Have you seen a light that is smaller than your phone, thinner than a AA battery, and has a screen on the back to let you know how many minutes are left in those low light situations? You can also fit it in your pocket as it's much smaller than traditional video lights, and is also magnetic. Well, today you will. So here we have the Moman Play Photography Fill Light. Now, full disclosure before we get into this, I was sent this by Moman Play to review, but I'm going to give you my full honest opinion, and majority of what I'm going to give you today is facts anyway. First fact of the day, it's USB-C rechargeable. It's got a battery inside of it that you can charge with your phone charger. You can take a power bank with you. You can charge this, juice it up with USB-C. It's also got a color temperature range of 3500 to 5700 kelvins. That means you've got warm to cool lights. At the moment, I'm lighting the studio with a cooler light, and if you want to make it warmer, just like this in post, you can dim it down. While this light here, you just got a switch, you can do it straight up. So in the box first, we've got an instruction manual. We'll open that up in a moment. We also get this nice like velour looking bag. That's pretty cool, you can store it in something. You get one of these, you get some treats for Bruce. Hey Bruce, just kidding, don't give your dogs, don't eat these, that's not good. Oh, you get a USB-C cable, sick. So you can charge your phone, anything else in your house, but charge the light as well. So USB-C cable. Piece of foam for packaging, but look, you could use that as isolation foam. Chop it up, sit your speakers on it. There you go, you've just saved yourself some cash. Also gives you a mount. This has got like a ball head, 1/4 inch on the top, 1/4 inch on the bottom, and a cold shoe if you screw this down. Stick it on your camera, mount it straight to the top. And last we have the light itself. We'll just pull it up here out of its packaging. Oh, there we go. That's pretty fresh. So yeah, it's metal, but I'm not actually gonna bite that. That would destroy my teeth. We've got aluminium housing here. So that's awesome. You can feel the cool to touch. We've got the USB-C port on the top for charging. We've got the power button just next to it there. We've got this wheel that allows you to adjust your brightness and Kelvin temperature rating. So that is like your warm to cool light. The OLED screen on the back to give you the information of what the current status of the light is, as well as a couple of 1/4 inch mounting thread holes, which are super handy. And these gaps here, you could also thread something through. So like if you've got like a strap or something that you want to like just hang the light from. All right, so let's turn it on and we'll just see how bright it goes. That's not bad. So that's on at 50% now. It's a Kelvin of 5700. So we've gone pretty cool there. We can bump it down from cool to warm. 3500. That's a 3500 there at 50%. Yeah, it's pretty bright. Let's go up to 100% and see just how bright that reaches. So that's actually pretty bright. What I'll do, I'm just gonna show you what it's fighting here in the studio on my phone. So switch the phone footage. We've got a studio light there, there, and there. So to cast its warm against the desk, it's fighting some pretty bright lights. So it's doing quite a good job fighting against all of these lights. There's about 10 globes in total aiming on me in this space. So for this little dude here to cast some warm light on the table, like that's doing well to change that color temperature. Of course you can, you know, switch it back at a press of a button and just go back up to cool. And then you're just adding to, I guess, yeah, the rest of the light in the room. You're matching what's going on. Look, we might be a little bit lower than like the full 5700 it goes. We got like 5300. That probably suits a bit more with what's being casted here. So I've got an idea for this actually. Say you were outside and you're camping and you want to do like a long exposure, you want your tent to be lit up, and let's just do it. Why not? All right, so we're just gonna set up the tent in the backyard and just nail this awesome shot. That is our tent already up, ready to go. One of Bruce's balls has got stuck under the tent. Get him to get that one for you. All right. So, gonna have to figure out how we're going to position it. Framing We want to do portrait shot, so we can crop Instagram to 4:5 portrait. So we want to try and get as much of the night sky as we can in the shot. So just going to bring it forwards a little bit. Oh, he keeps putting his bowl under the tent. Take your bowl elsewhere. It's like some Mortal Kombat move there. It's like Kung Fu kick and flip. You know the struggle of trying to put the Duna inside the Duna case, Duna cover. That's like trying to figure out which end this is. The struggles of life. All right, the tent's now set up, so let's jump inside. Good to go. So here you can see up the back of the tent, we've got the Moman LED light. Now this is on the warm white setting, running at 100%, lighting up a ton of light here for Bruce and myself. Once we're inside, we've got this silhouette shadow being cast around the tent, allowing us to get this shot that I was thinking of. So if I hop down here on one side and we have Bruce over on the other, we're going to be able to create this awesome photo. And there it is, that turned out amazing. Now if we combine this with a long exposure in the same location to get the night sky, and if we muck around in Photoshop, we can remove the house behind us and some of the scenery that we don't want and just keep the night sky. And this is our final product of a cool little double exposure using that initial photo with the light. Okay, so now we'll do a quick comparison of the Moman to some other lights available in the market. I'll quickly blitz over their specs so you get an idea of price to features to brightness, what to really expect. So here first we've got the Godox LED 36. This fella's going to run you about 30 bucks and it's got 36 LEDs as the name suggests. It is cool light only and that can be dimmed from 100% down to 10%. It runs on 2 AA batteries and comes weighing in at 84 grams. Here we have the star of the show, the Moman LED video light. Now this guy has 96 LEDs and weighs 140 grams. Now that is including its battery, which allows it to have a thin profile of 1 centimeter. This is thinner than a AA battery found in the Godox LED light, which means you can slip it straight into your pocket and it's super portable. Now it has USB-C port here on the top for charging, so you can charge it from AC with a phone charger from the wall, or you can use a power bank on the go. The OLED screen on the back gives you a readout on the fly as you're adjusting brightness as to how long you have left of battery life. Now the light is casted at a 120-degree beam angle, which is wide so it fills the subject and the space with the light. Also tons of mounting options, as you've seen, the 1/4-inch threads as well as the lanyard loops. It's also magnetic so you can mount it to a wall. Coming up as the closest competitor to the Moman, we've got the Glens LED light. Now this guy does require removable diffusers as well as tungsten or warm light filters, which renders him a lot thicker than the Moman LED light. It weighs 140 grams without its battery, and the battery required is a Sony NP battery, which means you require an external power charger. You can, however, power these lights from a DC input just using a wall charger. The Glens light does not have any vertical mounting options built into the body, so you would have to dismount it horizontally on a tripod. Its brightness is dimmable from 100% down to 10%, which also acts as the on-off switch, and you can get a readout of how much battery is left by pressing a button on the back. So there's no OLED screen to give you a time estimate like the Moman. The larger Glens light is 144 LEDs. It's got a diffuser that snaps on and weighs 200 grams without a battery. But it is a Sony NP just like the Glens, so you can put a whopper on like this guy and get many hours of performance. You can also charge it with DC from the wall, and your brightness is dimmable from 100% all the way down to 10%. Once again, there's no OLED screen, so you don't get an estimate on how long's left, just a battery percentage. However, unlike the smaller Glens that requires a filter for warm light, which is a 0 or 100% warm light filter, this one you can change the color temperature from the warm through to the cool. All right, so let's chuck these lights up and go through some real world tests. Okay, so here we are at the desk. We need some props. So we'll just chuck some stuff on the desk here so you can get an idea of lighting and the harshness of the shadows being cast. Okay, so here we go. You can see there's more of a magenta tint on the Glens lights opposed to the Moman. The Godox is very dim, but it also has that slight tint as well. The Moman matches the rest of the studio lights here. When we dim down to 50%, there's no shift in temperature or tint either, it just goes a bit dimmer. At their warmest white, hands down the Glens Large goes the warmest, followed by the Moman, and then it seems that the tungsten panel for the Glens Small is following in last. At 50% you can see there's no real shift in tint or temperature, however the Glens Large really holds that warm white. Now if we compare the Glens Large and the Moman at 100% warm and cool LEDs, the Moman is brighter, but the Glens is warmer. Here you can see the Moman out in the wild. As I take my hand away from the right side and open up all the light, it is illuminating quite a fair bit in front of me here in this scene. At 50% brightness, we're able to obtain great subject separation and spotlighting our key subject. The lightweight portability makes it easy to keep up with your subject, which can make a huge difference to your shot. This is my current go-to setup here. We've got the small rig magic arm holding the Moman onto the BMP CC 4K. Now this is what I use to get those shots as my current run and gun setup to hold this light to the camera. Now the included hot shoe mount would be perfect for if your camera had a hot shoe, otherwise you can put the 1/4 inch onto a light stand as shown here. And if you watched this far, you're probably interested in all of the nitty-gritty specs, so feel free to pause any of these shots of the user manual. Right, so there's a link in the description below if you want to pick up your own light. Also consider clicking subscribe. Bruce is going to go chase a bird outside, and you can watch one of these videos over here. Alrighty, that can go in my pocket, easy as that. See ya.